Hello twin flames and welcome to this message. So we're going to talk a little bit today about timings. And I know that the timing of things will be on your mind at some point on this journey. Whether it's when they're going to contact you, when are you going to be in union, when's it ever going to happen, when is my time? We always think about the when, the how, and if it's going to happen. So we're always curious about this, and the angels know this. And I created a deck for this purpose, the Divine Timing deck. Now, the angels will always tell you what you need to know, not what you want to know. So maybe you've had a reading before and you think, the timeline that I've been given has come and gone. Why? What have I done wrong? It's not real. And you start doubting the journey, you doubt where you've had the reading from, you doubt the whole concept of twin flames. And you think, I need to move on, or I need to make a change. And there's a divine reason why that timing has come and passed. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So thank you for being here. And if you are new to the channel, welcome, subscribe, join our family, because we're here for you every day. Now, we've all been in that situation where we've had a reading, or we've connected with our guides, or we've asked something and we've got a specific date. And that date has come and gone. Why? Why? It's happened to me. Okay? When am I going to be in union? When's he going to message me? When's that dream going to happen for me? When am I going to get that opportunity that I'm wanting? Because it's not just in the twin flame journey, it's in all of our lives. Everything. We're on a time. Because that's what society says. We're clock watching. We're thinking, when's my time to have a child? Time's running out, my body is changing. We think, when am I ever going to get married or have what other people have? We're curious. And because the angels want us to be at peace, that's their mission in this lifetime. The angels are messengers from God, and they are here to bring us peace, to help us to feel calm and safe and loved and special. So the angels will help us any way they can, because that's what God has designed them to do. So when we ask for help, we get given signs. We may be given a sign that comes to us as a number, or we may see it as something we see in nature, something that reminds us that we are protected and all is well, or we may see a physical name or something that reminds us significantly of that person or that situation or that event. Other times we may be given a date where they are going to contact you, or a timeline. Could be between a month and another month, or around a date like Valentine's Day or Thanksgiving or Christmas. So sometimes we can kind of blow it out of proportion. And that's where the ego comes in. Because whenever we are given a date, whether it's in a reading like this one collectively, or it's a personal reading that you have, or something that your angels and guides show to you, it's because the angels want you to feel at peace. And by giving you that date, it should bring you peace. But most of the time, if we're given a timeline, we start obsessing over it. We start going crazy in our mind and thinking about it constantly and, having an expectation about it. And that can push the timeline further away, because energetically, we are putting pressure on the timing of it. And we're putting pressure on when it's going to happen, not trusting that it will, or overthinking it. So what we are guided to do on this journey is to surrender. So sometimes a timing won't come up for you if you're having a reading, because the angels know that you're not ready to hear it, or it's not quite yet set in stone, or things are still falling into place. So whenever you find that you have a timeline and it's gone, okay, and you're thinking it isn't accurate, as we as readers, or as the angels give you a sign in that moment, if you're given a timeline, that's how it is. Okay, that timeline is the timeline for your connection or your journey or the opportunity to come. But as a human with an ego, even though we're a spiritual being having that human experience, we can push things away with our own energy. In other words, we can get in our own way. We can sabotage things that seem to be already set in stone. And we have to learn to surrender. It's a lot like when you place your order. You go into a supermarket and you go round and pick the items that you want. And you trust that when you get to the checkout, it's all going to go to plan because you're in control of that. But when things are out of our control, we go crazy. We go crazy sometimes. It's like if you're baking a cake. If you're baking a cake, you put all the ingredients into the bowl. You mix it all up, and that's where you set your intention. That's where you ask for what you want. That's where you know that you're putting everything in to make it right for you. And then you put the oven on, and you put the order in the oven. You put the cake in the oven. Now, it has to have a certain amount of time to bake. If it doesn't, it's not going to come out right. If it doesn't bake right, it's, if you keep opening the oven door, if you keep worrying if it's cooking, if you keep messing with it, if you keep obsessing over it and thinking about it, then it's not going to rise because you're opening the oven door, you're worrying about it, you're putting negative intention on it, you're stressing over it. So it's not going to rise properly. It's not going to be able to have the time required to do what it needs to do. But if you have faith, if you just leave it in the oven and you go about your day and you do what you're guided to do, working on you, feeling good, being grateful, trusting fully that the oven is doing its job, then when it's ready, when the oven goes off and it makes that noise and you take it out, it's risen perfectly and it tastes amazing and it's beautiful and it's designed perfectly for you. And then you taste it and eat it and you get the rewards of the time it's taken. And it's the same when we set an intention. We ask for what we want and we believe in it. And then we trust the universe, who is the oven, or the angels or the creator who is the oven, to do what needs to be done. And in divine timing, your dream will manifest, it will create, it will come to you in a physical way. And it's the same with timings. If we're asking, when are we going to have a message? When are we going to receive communication? When are we going to be in union? When's it going to happen for us? If we fully believe in this love, if we fully believe in what we are manifesting, if we fully believe and know in our heart and soul that we are deserving of it, then it will come to you at the right time. And that's always in divine timing. And it's happened to me where I've been stressing over a timeline, focusing on it, and it's come and gone. And I've been upset because I had an expectation. And when that expectation was dashed and it didn't come to pass the way I thought it would, or the way I expected it, or the way I wanted it to be, the way I thought it should go, I took it personally. And I started worrying about it and thinking there was something wrong and that this journey isn't right and that I'm going crazy and that everyone else who told me that this was when it was going to happen or that it's real is crazy too. And you start losing trust and losing hope and losing faith, when in spiritual truth, it's coming at the right time for you. And that's what happened to me. And I had to get to that place of surrender. And it happened to me many, many times over my journey, where I am now, to get here where I am now. When's it going to happen? Not just in my twin flame journey, but in my life too. When's it going to be my time? When am I going to be happy? When is it coming? And it brings up fear. And we have to learn to surrender and trust, to let go. So if it's happened to you, whether it be in the past or lately, where you've been given a timeline or you've been expecting something to happen and it hasn't come to pass, it's because you may be holding on too much to the when and worrying about it, how it's going to manifest, if it's going to manifest, how the door is going to open, what it's going to be like. And it's okay to think those things in a beautiful way, but not stress over it, hold on to it and worry about it, because we're doing this and we have to do this. It's like you're holding on to your dream in your hands. Imagine you've got a butterfly and it's a beautiful butterfly and you're holding it on your hands and you're just kind of observing it and appreciating it. And then you start worrying about it. So you clench your hands. You can squash that dream. you can squash that butterfly. But if you keep your hand out and you just appreciate it and enjoy it and love your life and really appreciate the beauty of what's happening, how you're transforming, because that's what the butterfly is, it's transformation. The butterfly can go and come back, and it will return to you at the right time and divine time. And the angels want you to know that. So this deck that I created, there's all kinds of dates in here, but there's also words like soon or not yet, or trust in divine timing, believe in miracles, believe, have faith, because that's what we need to do. When we're dealing with the timing of anything in our life, we have to trust in divine timing because God knows best. And that's the same with anyone who passes over. We may think, why? It wasn't their time. Or why now? But everything has a reason. There is a divine plan to all things, and there's always a bigger picture. And sometimes we can't see that bigger picture. And that's why we stress, we go crazy, because we think something's wrong or we're not doing something right. When in spiritual truth, everything is working out perfectly than you ever knew. We just have to step out of our own way to let the universe step in. So what we're going to do a message for communication, for reunion and union. And what's the difference on this twin flame journey? Well, when you come back into communication, it's when the doors reopen. When one of you reaches out to the other one. So you may think that you're not in communication, but you've reached out to your twin. So because you've reached out to them, you've opened the door of communication. Even if they haven't responded to you in that moment, or you're still waiting a reply, or even if they block you after you've done that, the doors of communication are open. You've put thoughts and planted seeds in their minds that's already started the ball rolling. Or where communication is when you come back together to talk and sort things out. And that's really what reunion is. So communication is when the door is open. Something happens to trigger a reaction or to create cause and effect. Reunion is when you start communicating again and you come back together. It doesn't necessarily mean you're meeting up in a physical way. It means you are talking again. You've come back together to appreciate each other and in a way to reassure you that this love is real. And when we come into reunion, we can easily go into separation again as we process and heal. So union is when we are in a relationship with our twin. Union is when we come together and we leave everything behind. We make a conscious choice to be together. We know. And in spiritual truth, we're always in sacred union because separation or no communication, it's all illusion because we are one and we are connected with them and we are connected with everyone and everything in this world and in beyond the world because we're connected with everything. We are source energy having a human physical experience. So the timing of things is just connected with the ego because in spiritual truth we know time never runs out for us. There's enough because we are eternal and we never get things done because we're always wanting more. So when you're in union, you'll want something else or there'll be something else you're thinking of. It's not like you come into union and your life ends. Everything else carries on. We're always carrying on. The world keeps on spinning. There's always things to do. There's always things to learn. There's always things to grow from. But a timeline of when these things happen will give you some peace. And that's why the angels give it to you. And when I do personal readings, it's one of the most common things. Apart from, is this my twin flame? Or when are we going to be in union? And the angels ask you to trust your gut, to trust your feelings, the knowingness of who you are, because you are a psychic being. You are connected with source. You are powerful and strong. And only you know for sure if this person is your twin. It's a feeling. It's something you feel, something you know. And we learn and grow. We may go through soul teachers and catalysts to get us ready for your twin or to get you ready for union. But everything has a reason and there is always a divine plan. So it's about letting go of the what, the when, the if, the how, and just enjoying each moment, enjoying the experiences you are having, becoming the observer of your life and understanding. And that's acceptance. And acceptance is a form of surrender, because when we accept things as they are, we surrender to what is and we trust in what will be. So we no longer chase things. We no longer go in the restaurant and kind of go in the kitchen and chase the chef if we've placed an order for a sandwich or a meal. We trust it's been prepared. We no longer open the oven door and check on it, because we trust it's been created, it's been prepared. And it's the same when we put anything into our vortex of creation. It's been prepared, the universe is on it, and it knows much better than you how long it's going to take. So surrender the outcome, give it to heaven, and know that you are safe. So you're going to be thinking about something right now. For some of you, it's going to be communication. When are we going to talk again? Okay, when is he going to reach out? So I'm going to do a card for that. For some of you, it's going to be when are we going to actually come together and discuss our life and be intimate and show each other love. And that's reunion. And for others, it's going to be the actual relationship that you want to know about, when that's going to happen. For some of you, it's going to be something else, like a dream, something you're manifesting. It could be a job, it could be a new home, it could be more money, it could be when you're going to be fully recovered in health. So I'm going to do a card for each one, and the angels will tell you what you need to know. So what do we need to know, please, angels, for communication? When is communication going to be restored? When is communication going to be restored? Here we go. Got 3 cards. When is reunion happening? Okay. When is reunion? That conversation, talking about things, sharing intimate time, being together. When is reunion coming in? Okay. There we go. Powerful. When is union, the relationship that you are seeking, coming in? When is that happening for you? When is that coming in for you? Here we go. Taking out what's jumping, what they're guiding me to. And when is your dream coming true? That home, that job, health, whatever you're thinking of, when is that coming in for you? What do we need to know? Thank you, angels. Let's do this then. And this is my deck, the Divine Timing deck. You can find this on makeplayingcards.com. The link is in the About page, okay, or in the description below. So communication then. Look at this, you are not alone. You are not alone, okay? So the angels are saying to you, if you're wanting communication, you're not alone, because your twin flame is always by your side, always with you, always in your energy field. And you are surrounded by love. And we feel alone sometimes when there is no communication, when we're in separation. And we're thinking, when is that separation going to end? The angels are saying to you, you are not alone. We've also got Scorpio energy, okay? And Scorpio energy is about passion and fire. And it's also about emotion. So it's a water sign, but it's also fiery, okay? So this is about the energy of action that comes through emotion, the way you feel. Because it's always how we feel that creates action, that makes us want to reach out, to communicate, to get in touch, because the feelings are very overwhelming. And it's always a decision that is made. We make a decision to communicate. We make a decision to reach out, whether that's you or your twin. We make a decision about the future. So the angels are very clearly saying, when there's no communication, know that you are not alone, that you are safe, and that things are happening behind the scenes. With emotion comes action. So the action will come because the feelings are there, and the feelings never go away. They are always thinking of you, and you are always thinking of them. So there's the emotion, and the decision will come to make that happen. Okay. Now, for some of you, there's going to be that decision happening in September. Okay. As I record this in real time, no matter when you reach this video, there'll be a sign for you. But as I record this in real time, it's August, and it's August the 20th today. So we're moving towards September. So there's a decision being made now and in September to create communication, to bring in what you want. So if you're thinking, when's communication going to come in? That's letting you know here that the decision has already been made and it's coming in September. So for some of you, it's going to be in September. That decision is happening. For some of you, it's going to happen between the 23rd of October and the 21st of November as we move into Scorpio energy, which is not only the energy of feeling and emotion, but the energy of action. And I feel this is also your person releasing fear around rejection, fear around how you're going to react, because Scorpio is the scorpion, and the scorpion has a sting in its tail. So maybe there's been a lot of pain on this journey or struggle for you, and they are releasing that now. They are releasing that, and you're releasing that so that when you come back together, there's not going to be any pain or, any doubt or any questioning. It's going to be beautiful. Just the knowingness that you want to be together, that you want to communicate, that feeling of, mutual respect and love. And for some of you, it's going to happen within the next 28 hours. It could happen within the next 28 days. It could happen around the 28th of this month. So everyone's different. Even though you want the answer to the question, every situation is different. The angels can't say, oh, you're all going to come into contact in September, because everyone's journey is different. There's always something being learnt and healed. But there is a decision being made right now to bring you back together. Whether that's something you're thinking of, they're thinking of, or a decision that's being made in heaven. And this is a sign of communication ahead. And the 28 is about the partnership you share. And the 8 is about eternity. Eternal love. It's about the actual physical manifestation of it. So you're being asked to trust because you are not alone. You are safe and loved, and all is well. So trust in the power of love. A decision is being made to bring you together. Very powerful. So for reunion, that coming together where, you talk and you kind of let all the inhibitions go and you sort things out. The cards we've got here is we've got the winter solstice. So this is reminding you of the power of the love, that you'll always be guided back together because you are magnets. So to come into reunion, to come back together properly and talk and sort things out and show each other love, there has to be a healing where the winter becomes the spring. So things melt. The snow or the ice or the indifference or the coolness begins to melt and things are healed. The angels are with you. So you're never alone. The angels are always around you, guiding you, helping, giving signs and synchronicities that this is possible and that this is happening for you now, to bring in a new beginning, to bring in a fresh start, to bring in magic so that you can build a foundation and start again. Because reunion is really the foundation for the future, that foundation that you are building for your union to bring things in. So it starts with the communication, where a decision is made through the emotions you feel to take action. And then that brings in what you want. When you understand too and surrender and know that you are not alone. So for reunion, there's a great healing that occurs. So for some of you, this healing will take place between now and the winter solstice. So we've got the 21st of December. But obviously the winter solstice comes in at different times all over the world. For us in the UK, it comes in on the 21st, but in Australia, it would then be the 22nd. Or in Australia, it would be the 21st, when in the UK, it's the 20th. So the angels give me these 3 days as significant. And this is always a great healing time anyway. There's always some magic occurring on this date. So between now and then, there's a great healing happening. For some of you, it could happen within the next 4 days, 4 weeks, 4 months. Okay? The angels are showing you that it will happen in divine time, and the angels are with you to help you to feel calm and safe. For some of you, it could happen within a month. It could happen within 1 day, 1 month, 1 year. Could happen around January, that this new beginning comes in, because a reunion always creates a new beginning, and that creates the foundation for things to come. So if you're wondering when reunion is happening, and again, it could happen as soon as, you let go, because that's the most important thing. But the showing here, when I'm reading these intuitively, a big shift and change came in around April, and it's going all the way through now to December and into May and April too. So I'm feeling April to April, but May. So for some of you, you're going to get that reunion soon. Okay? For some of you, it could take longer. It could be around the winter solstice. It could be around January. It could be around May. Between now and May, big shifts and changes. So don't worry about the when, just know that it will. Because a reunion will bring in a new beginning that builds a foundation in your life. And it creates something new and magical through the healing that happens, knowing that you are safe. And if you're worrying about it, if you're stressing over it, the angels are all around you, helping you to let go. For reunion, which is that beautiful relationship, you have to trust. How powerful is that? You have to let go and trust. So for reunion, just let go and trust. And then union comes in at the right time. So with everything that we are going through on this journey, the angels are reminding us to trust and just let go the when, because it is moving forward. So the union that you are seeking is happening now. It's moving forward now. For some of you, you may have already come into union. I know so many of you have. But for others, you're still wanting this. So it's saying to you, now as I record this in real time, it's already on the way. It's already moving forward. Because the changes that you are seeking are coming. It's happening. So if you're seeing the number 555, 555, big sign of your union, because the changes that need to come in to make that happen are happening now. And you're being asked to let go. For some of you, this is happening within 5 months. Okay, but the 5 is a big sign of the change. I really feel that July was a big sign of momentum, power, things happening, things moving ahead, moving it forward to you. And you're trusting more and more that this will be, because you've been given the signs. Pay attention to the signs. And this is a huge sign too of 2024, because between 2020 and 2024, all over the globe, twins are coming into union, because you need it in this world. You are light workers. There is a mission for you. So pay attention to the signs that you see. When you're seeing timelines, or you're seeing the stag, or you're seeing the bees, or you're seeing the word union or a sign that's connected with them, it's reminding you to trust. So when you see the signs and you pay attention to them, you are trusting the journey. We've also got to hold your vision. So for union, you have to hold your vision. That means you have unwavering faith that it's coming. You don't worry about the when or how it's going to happen, or the way it's going to work out, because you allow the universe to do that. And you trust in that. You trust in divine timing. So you let go of that by paying attention to the signs, releasing the fear, thank you, and holding the vision. So you just know that it will come to pass. And you also have faith. You have faith in the journey. You have trust in the situation. You trust in the love, and you have faith that it will be. And that's how it moves forward. So for some of you, it's going to happen, quickly. We've got the 3. So 3 could be connected with 3 months. Could even be the 3-year period between now and 2024. But you're being asked to trust. So if you're seeing the 5s and the 3s, 33, 333, big sign to have faith, because this is moving forward. So the angels are saying to you regarding your union, it is happening. It is all falling into place. And when you have faith in that, when you hold your vision and you pay attention to the signs, you learn to let go, because you trust that the changes are coming and there will be a forward motion to move you where you're meant to be. So this could be between now and July, but the angels are clearly showing you how it resonates with your situation is the message for you. So another sign, we can't force union, we can't make it happen, because it's all in divine timing. So trust and keep the faith and let go of the when. So for anything else you're manifesting, we've got not yet, release, and we've got steps forward. So it's showing you here that it's not yet. All you have to do is release the when, release the fear around it, if it's going to happen, the stress over it, release that, because the steps forward are being taken. And I love this because we've also got the full moon coming up. So around this full moon, we're being guided to release, to let go of anything not serving us, so we can then take the steps forward that we are being guided to take. And we can trust in the power of heaven and know our truth. So things are being released to guide you to take the steps forward. So you may even see around the 30th of this month, steps are being taken forward towards what you want. Just release what you don't want and trust in what will be. So let go. Know that it's not yet. So if it hasn't yet occurred, it doesn't mean it's not coming. It just means not yet. So try and understand why things happen. Because if you're given a timeline, let me just pick one. So we've got the Scorpio date here. So if you're given the 23rd of October to the 21st and you're thinking, that's when my union is coming, but you start stressing over it and kind of obsessing over it and thinking about it, you're pushing it away because you're creating energetic pressure. And your twin will feel that too. Your twin will feel pressured to make that decision or to make the move, instead of feeling at peace to do it, because things always move forward when things are at ease, not when it's being forced. If you try and force your twin into something before they're ready, or you try and force something in your life, it creates resistance. And we always need to take the path on this journey of least resistance, which is faith, trust, and love. Releasing, letting go, trusting the journey, being grateful for it, working on you, allowing things to unfold and bloom naturally the way God intended it to be, instead of trying to make things happen or force things to happen, which creates this stress energy. And it's like you're doing this, and think how nice it is when you release. So just hold your hands in fists for a moment, and hold it, feel how much pressure's there, and then release it. It feels so good to release, to let go, to breathe. It's like when we are rowing the wrong way in a canoe. You're in a canoe, the current is trying to take you the nice, easy way, the way it's meant to be, with least resistance. But we are resisting because we want to go the other way, or we're trying to make something happen. So it's like you're rowing the wrong way in a current, and it's hard work. It feels like hard work. So if the journey feels like hard work, it's always a sign to focus on you. If it feels tiring to you, it's the universe saying focus on you, go within, work on self, because that's where your power is, and that will lead to your dreams coming true. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.